What does this look like? It looks like an eye, but in reality, it's a planet. It's Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's huge compared to the other planets. It has even moons that are bigger than other planets. So, yeah. Jupiter also does not have a solid surface. It is made of clouds. So, I will take you today on a journey throughout its moons. Here is the first moon of Jupiter. As you can see, its texture is pretty weird. You can see here there is a clear difference between this area and this area. The reason being because we have pictures of this object but not full models. So yeah, it's quite weird. As you can see, there are some very straight lines that shouldn't be here. Anyways, this is Ganymede. It's the largest moon of our solar system, and as I mentioned before, it also is bigger than Mercury, which is crazy if you think about it. Ganymede, it's a pretty boring object at first glance, but it's pretty interesting, I believe. For example, we think that under it there might be a warm ocean, which is crazy because if you think about it, where is water, there is life. So we could very realistically have life under the satellite. This is something real. It's not fake news or something. It's real. We could have life under this massive rock. Yeah, so this is Ganymede. Now we reach Io. As you can see, there are these blobby areas again due to the pictures, but something that we can see is volcanoes on the surface of Io. I believe they are clear. I could even go a bit closer in order to see them better. I think this is a volcano, or actually no. Yeah, anyway, there are plenty of volcanoes. It's the most volcanically active body in our solar system. So it has the most active volcanoes of anywhere. It's crazy hot also. In the inside of Io, of course, because on the outside it's pretty cold, very far from the sun, which is that way. Yeah. Anyway, also like I believe that Io has a thin atmosphere, if I'm not wrong. Let me see if I can see it here. No, I think I can. No, I can't. Yeah, its atmosphere exists, like it has an atmosphere, which is already kind of impressive, but it's too thin even to see it. I mean, everybody has an atmosphere, just very, very small, but I think it's just a bit bigger than everybody else. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of boring, so yeah, let's go to the next one. And here we are at Callisto. As you can see, Callisto also has some very interesting spots on its surface, which I do not know what they are, to be real with you. But something that I do know is that Callisto is the less interesting of the 4 moons, okay? It doesn't have much things going on there. It's just a moon, like just a moon, you know, not much. Also, from what I can see, something that I just learned, I guess, it's also tidally locked to Jupiter. I didn't know that, which is interesting. If we can find Jupiter, it would be great. But I guess I cannot find him. So yeah, Callisto, it's a pretty normal. That's a problem with it. But I believe in the future we might discover more things about Callisto, and maybe then more interest will exist for the moon. Now we arrived at basically the diamond of the Jupiter system. As we can see here, we have Europa, which is the most interesting moon. Let's start from its surface. What can we see here? We can see ice. This is ice, ladies and gentlemen. And below this ice, we are almost certain that there is a warm ocean. Now, as I said before with Ganymede, under a warm ocean, we can find one very valuable thing: water. And what is made from water? Life. So the object in the solar system, apart from Earth, that has the most high possibility of having life is Europa. We are currently having a mission going there, the Europa Clipper, which is going to do a lot of studying about it and will probably confirm if there is life there. I hope at least. And yeah, this sums it up for the whole system. I will, I guess, land here on Europa to end this video. And yeah, there is Jupiter too. And I think the other planets, like these ones. Anyway, the last thing I want to say is that Jupiter doesn't only have 4 moons, it has about 60 or 70, I do not remember. But those 4 are the major ones and the ones discovered by Galileo. And they have a huge history and huge importance, as you saw, as both Io with its volcanoes and Ganymede and Europa with their oceans can provide us in the future with a lot of things. So yeah, I hoped this was a good video.